Hey guys, the team at the Sporting Base. Hope you had a winning weekend. We thought we'd try something a little bit different here and try and give you some insights into the tactics of the Silver Slipper Stakes, as it seemed that the way certain horses were ridden really determined the result of this race, and we feel that there could be something to learn going forward into these two-year-old races. The race was obviously sent out with King's Gambit as the $2.50 favourite, and was eventually won by a cylinder at $4.60. It was a very interesting race. Quite often in these small fields, you can find the tactics are extremely important. And if we take you to the replay here, you'll find that Brenton Abdullah, obviously jumping from one on cylinder, was very determined to take a forward position, knowing that Platinum Jubilee was going to come across quite quickly and take the front. So he's began quite well. National Willers tried to maintain that one out, one back position. But when Platinum Jubilee kicks on from here, you can see that Nash is aware that his mount is no longer able to hold that position, or was going to be comfortable in that position, and certainly not going to finish off as well, being that close to a decent tempo, whereas Brenton Abdullah's full of running, is quite comfortable with where he's sitting in the race. And from this point you'll see that Nash comes back another pair, which is interesting. I know some people will be wondering why he would elect to do that, but he's in a very vulnerable situation here. He's obviously sitting one off the fence with Brenton Abdullah in the box seat behind the leader, but being more than half a length off Brenton Abdullah, but not sort of 2 lengths behind. If Brenton decides that he wants to be one off the fence and doesn't want to be pocketed behind Platinum Jubilee, he will most likely just move to one off the fence, which then puts Nash in a very tricky position where he'll be posted 3 wide from the 600 or 700 metre mark, and will then make it very difficult for his horse to sustain a long run towards the finish. So that's why he makes the early decision to drop back here, another pair, just to negate that. It was probably a tough decision for him to make, but it was a decision that he had to make to give himself a chance to finish off the race and possibly run in the best position he could. Approaching this point, you'll see Brenton Abdullah take a look over the shoulder as he basically has control of the race. I know Tim Clark is leading at a tempo that he's happy with. It's quite a strong tempo. Brenton's quite comfortable. He's well and truly on the bridle, but he has the say in when these horses behind him are going to make an attack on the lead and certainly put themselves into the race. So he's had a look over the shoulder to essentially say, well, as soon as you move up, I'm going to pop out. And you can see the riders sort of holding back, not wanting to get there too soon, not wanting to be pushed wider on the turn. And Brenton moves a little bit closer to the leader and moves to a point of the track that he feels is superior. Nash is quite patient with King's Gambit. He's trying to get him through the gears, knowing that they'd gone along a decent tempo. He was hopeful that they might be a bit weak late and he'd be able to run over the top, but wasn't able to do so. And when you look at the times, they've run 33.32 for their last 600, and that was always going to make it very difficult for a horse further back in the field to finish off. So we felt that King's Gambit's run had a lot of merit. Cylinder was certainly impressive, but it was, A1 tactics from Brenton Abdullah, and probably Nash trying to make the best of a bad situation that saw the result of this race turn in the favour of Cylinder. But by all means, we feel that in the future King's Gambit could look to turn this around by moving up in trip and being a bit more comfortable, being closer to the speed. Well, that's it, guys. It's something that we're certainly trying. We're keen to hear your feedback. So if you could let us know what you think, and we'll try to make this something that we can do on a weekly basis and try and inform you of tactics and how they play a part and why they play a part in races in the future. Thanks, guys, and good luck.